You can always tell who actually really cares about what's going on over in Syria at the moment, the genocide that is taking place right before our very eyes, by who actually calls out what's going on. You won't hear a peep from the likes of Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Dave Smith, even Matt Walsh, for example, Matt Gaetz, Joe Rogan, Patrick Bet-David. I mean, he's been talking about it as well. Zohran Mandani, Ian Carroll. Patrick Bet-David has actually been talking about what's been going on over on in Syria at the moment on his podcast, I believe it is. But haven't heard Michael Knowles talk about it. You know, there's quite a few other notable mentions that we need to actually address. And it is quite interesting. You need to pay attention to these sorts of people, because what is going on in Syria at the moment with the genocide of Christians, Alawites, and Druze, it's really horrendous. There's videos on X at the moment that I am seeing nonstop. And I honestly hate seeing them, because the sheer brutality of them, I mean, you just got to get yourself off X. Honestly, like the videos that have been circulating over on X are actually really horrendous. Now, Dave Smith has actually responded to Stealth Medical's post about Dave Smith's silence. And, well, he said this: "You're basically stupid, guys. You believe that? Are you guys actually this stupid? Do you know so little about what led to this horrible situation in Syria that you think it's a win for the Israel defenders over the non-interventionalists? We were the ones warning about this for years. Move on to your next bullshit attack." Right. So you're going to go, "I told you so. We warned you about this for such a long time." The same stupid argument, or lack thereof, I should say, that Candace Owens is very much a part of and very much well versed in. So we warned you that this was going to happen for quite some time, but we can't call it out at the moment. We can't actually bring attention to it because, hey, our voice, we told you this was going to happen, but you didn't listen to us. That's actually more important. This is not a time, Dave Smith, to go, "I told you so. I warned you about this for such a long time." No, I tell you what you do, Dave Smith. If you, in fact, did indeed warn us about this for quite some time, which, by the way, here is the truth. He did not, because if you search up Druze or anything to do with what's going on in Syria at the moment, you'll come away with no search results. Thank you to Ant on Ant Speaks. Sure, he's been warning about us about this for years. He's been warning us for years, guys. Apparently not. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ami Kozak goes, "But Dave, don't you see the pattern? It's never the actual people committing the actual atrocities' fault, unless it's Israel." Honest question. You don't see the glaring double standard here, do you? No, he doesn't. Never does. Because when you call out Dave Smith on his own bullcrap, never will you see Dave Smith admit to being wrong. Very similar to Candace Owens. Do you have the capacity, the humility, Dave Smith, to be wrong about something? Or do you just have such a proud, egotistical nature that you're just like, "I told you so, and I'm right about everything"? Screw you, man. It's literally not the time when they're all being murdered in truly horrific ways. This is not the time for you to go, "I told you so, and are you guys really this stupid?" We're not stupid here. The irony in that statement alone should signal huge volumes to people. We're not stupid. You're the stupid one. Just so you know. It's always about what led to a situation rather than holding those accountable and attributing agency to those who choose to engage in barbarism and savagery within a situation. If you being anti-BB doesn't make you pro-Hamas, by the same token, anti-Assad doesn't make anyone pro what's happening now. All of these monsters going around slaughtering Druze could also just not do that in a post-to-be-Assad world. It seems that moral accountability agency only applies to Israel and or the US, which much worse, far more evil actors in the region are completely, continually absolved. What am I missing? Army hits the nail on the head. And Dave just goes, no, I think it's a pathetically weak argument. Holding the US, Saudi Arabia, and Israel responsible for pushing a regime change in Syria way past the point that it was obvious that bin Ladenite head coppers could take over. Does not in any way remove agency, from the head choppers. It simply indicates that we have slightly higher standards for our own government and the ones we fund than Al-Qaeda, but maybe that is unreasonable. Well, I think Army hit the nail on the head. You only request accountability for Israel, but not for Syria, not for the actual real atrocities that are going on at the moment. Oh, we're only going to request accountability for the US, only going to request it for that, but not the Muslims, not the Islamic nations. Can't possibly request any accountability from them. Dave Smith? Because, Israel is at fault for literally everything at the moment, as it would seem, according to your so-called logic, right? You say and you believe that Israel is responsible for everything that is going on in the world. And you know what? That's intellectually lazy and dishonest. So you are actually really stupid. Not us. Insurrection Barbie goes, I have never seen a single post from this account, Dave Smith's, and ones like it about any other violence in the Middle East except when they are talking about Israel. In fact, their entire foreign policy position can be distilled into pretending, Israel is bad. They must be stopped. Every other country can do whatever they want, and it's not our business. No nuance, no historical understanding of the region, of geopolitics, nothing. Foreign policy by slogan and Fox righteous indignation. Do enjoy the Insurrection Barbie, her take from time to time. It's always good to throw her in to the mix. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been noticing this, especially on the right, for quite some time now. And you got to wonder why. It can't possibly be, oh, we told you about this, we warned you about this for years, and then now that it's actually happening, all you do is nothing. It seems to me there's something more nefarious going on. Don't you guys think that? Like, can't you do the right and the decent thing and actually call attention to what's going on? But you can't possibly do that because it's not Israel's fault. It just seems like the hate and the disdain towards Israel is the only thing that clouds their brain. So anything else, it's selective, right? Selective anger. I'm going to be angry because Israel did this, but I won't be angry because the Muslims did this. They're killing innocent Christians and Druze and Alawites. No, I can't be angry at that because, it was America's fault. It was Israel's fault they had a regime change. Keeping in mind that Syria was already unstable before that. It's nuts. It is actually nuts what is taking place. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.